Hi there. This video is going to showcase some new features in Qimage Ultimate 2026.108. I'm going to start here with the most interesting feature. I have printers and scanners pulled up on my machine here, and as you can see, there's only one printer listed here. And I have a bunch of printers installed. Sometimes this list is flaky. Sometimes I don't even see this printer. Sometimes it's completely empty. So given the fact that Windows frequently has problems showing your printers and scanners in this normal Windows dialog, I've made some things here that can really help with getting the Windows dialogs and the manage printer preferences, properties, and things like that for your printer. As you can see here, I have a lot of printers installed. Most of these are just for testing for me. But none of these, this bottom one here shows for whatever reason. I have no idea why. That's the only one, but none of these other ones even show in Windows. So how would you even bring up the job queue for that printer? For let's say this one, which is my most used printer. How would you manage the print preferences or the printer properties like the spool type and things like that? Well, Qimage has you covered. We have a new tool button here that says Windows Printer Tools. And if you click on that, you can see that we have everything that we had in the missing Windows dialogs in this little dialog right here. So for the 8550 printer, I can print a test page, and this is the Windows test page, the same one that you get from printers and scanners. You can pause printing, and obviously if you pause, this one will say resume. You can purge the jobs in the queue if something is stuck in your job queue and you need to stop it from printing. You can open the print queue and take a look, and it opens your queue for that printer. You can open printing preferences, and these are your Windows preferences. So if you wanted to, let's say, change the type of paper to something else so that it has a different default, you can do that. There's printer properties. Again, all these come from Manage Printer under Printers and Scanners. But if it doesn't show your printer, or if you just want a more convenient way to get to them, these new tools really come in handy. Here's your properties, and you've got advanced with all these settings and print processor, raw or EMF. And so you basically got everything covered here. And set as default is grayed out because the 8550 is already the default. But if not, you can set it as your Windows default printer. You can even remove the printer and driver, which is, how are you going to do that if it's missing from printers and scanners? Or you can even view the drivers for all printers in the print server here. So all these features here allow you quick access to some of the commonly used features for your printer here. And even if they're not missing from printers and scanners, it's a more convenient way to access that. Like if you want to just quickly open up the job queue and see what's in there. So hopefully this will help in a lot of cases with managing your printer. And one more thing I'll show you before we end the video here. I've added a count on the thumbnails here. Let me go to something smaller, 3.5 by 5. And let's say I add 3 copies of this thumbnail and 1 copy of this. As you can see, the numbers are listed here. So when you're scrolling through, you can see that you have 3 copies of this added, 1 copy of this added. And when it gets greater than 9, it just says 9+. But you get the idea. You can quickly see how many prints you have of each thumbnail. So hopefully these features will come in handy. Thanks for watching.